Hi there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Doris Ojage. I'm a sonographer currently in the UK. I'm originally from Cameroon, but I'm practicing in the UK right now. So on this channel, I share information just as a way to give back, information I wish I had earlier, or if I had, I would have felt empowered to kind of like feel in control of my career and where I want it to be. So that's what I do on this channel. I share information on how you could practice abroad. So currently we are focusing on the UK. That's where we are now. So today, as per the video thumbnail that you've clicked on, I'm going to share the 4 steps of practicing in the UK. Okay, now the first step is you need a degree. You need a degree in radiography. You need a degree in medical imaging. Now this degree could be an undergraduate or a postgraduate. Now an undergraduate, you're looking at the higher national diploma, you're looking at an associate degree, you're looking at the BSc. As a postgraduate, looking at either a PG set, PG diploma, or a MSc. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. Now I would like to give a little bit of advice here. When you are going for school, that's for people who are watching me now, like people who are still in school or thinking of entering a sonography program or radiography program. Either one, sonography, radiography, MRI, whatever it is that you envision yourself practicing in the future, make sure that you go through your course outline. I know it's something that most people will not do, usually in Africa. I did not do that. I just heard about the program and it just really was exciting to me, and I just went into the program. Lucky enough for me, my course outline was top notch. Thank you, my school. So, but make sure you go to the course outline and make sure that the courses that are in your course outline, they cut across all the medical imaging techniques. Like you should see X-ray, you should learn about X-ray. Even if you are going in for a sonography program, a BSc in sonography, in diagnostic medical sonography, make sure you have X-ray courses. You have something like talking about PET, something about MRI. It is very important for the final step. Okay? All right. Now, still in step 1 about the degree that you need, I would also like to say that whatever degree that you are going in for, know that there is some kind of like, the whole of medical imaging is wrapped under radiography. Till now, sonography is not, like presently in the UK right now, sonography is not an acclaimed, like how will I say, it's not a registered domain. Let me say that. It's not a registered domain like radiographer. Everybody's medical imaging is radiographer. Right? I will explain better in step 4. Okay. All right. Now I think that is that. Yeah, that is that. And also, please, whatever school you're choosing, your school should be accredited. Okay. Make sure that school is accredited in your country. Right? It should be accredited. Make sure that you know that you confirm that your school is accredited. And please, let me not label. I cannot label this long enough. Practicals are very important. Your school should be giving adequate time for clinical preceptorship. Okay. Now, for the next one, the next step is experience. All right. Now, let me talk to people who are already in the field and the students who can also follow through. Experience. Now, to practice abroad, I would advise that you have a minimum of 2 years experience. And bear in mind with me, with your clinical internships, okay, if it's more than 6 months, you can practice abroad. But why I say 2 years is because 2 years as a sonographer, 2 years as a radiographer, you will be able to see a range of cases. Because the number of cases you see, the number of experience you have, makes you more sharpens your diagnostic tool, right? Your eye, your mind, your perception, right? It sharpens you as a diagnostic personnel, okay? So that's why 2 years is enough for you to get through. Now, during these 2 years, I also advise that if you are you're doing your first year, you're rounding up your first year of experience as a professional medical imager, radiographer, MRI tech, sonographer, whatever, make sure you practice in a range, right? All right, let's say, for example, as a sonographer, I'll focus on my domain. If you're practicing abdominal, you are in a clinic where they do mostly abdominal, or maybe you're in a clinic where this one is more common, where they do only obstetrics, right? You're in a fertility clinic, or you are at the maternity. Like, they do only obstructive. That's the most common one that you have there. And you're spending years upon years performing only obstetric ultrasound. Your abdominal ultrasound will fail you, right? Yeah, you begin to lose some touch there. You begin to lose some touch dealing with children in pediatrics. You begin to lose some touch in musculoskeletal, right? You begin to lose some touch in breast ultrasound, thyroid, small pad, testicular, things like that. Now try to spread your experience as much as you can if you are looking to practice abroad, because this will also improve your CV, which is the next point that we talk about now. This is where you have to shine. You know that your degree that you had, right? Whatever it is that you had. You know the experience that you have had for the 2 years that I'm thinking in my head, right? For the sake of this discussion. Now, you have to now tell people about it in a paper, right? In a single sheet of paper, like one. Or if you tried to. All right, so one. So you need to tell people that, right? In one paper. And I really like to say that most people don't write anything about their degree. Actually, people, like, if you have less than 2 years of experience, you have enough space in your CV in 1 page or 2 pages to write something about your degree. Like during your degree, maybe you assisted in practical sessions. That's a good thing to write, because that makes your employer know that, okay, if you assisted in practical sessions, that means there was a reason why you were selected to do that, to assist in practical sessions. Or maybe you were how do they say, class delegate. They have responsibilities and some kind of leadership skills that your employer might look into. Now, if you haven't watched my video on the CV persona, please do, because I really believe that is how we should address a CV. You address a CV to your work, right, and to the job. That's to the person employing you and to the kind of job they are employing you for. That is how you should address a CV. Like, every CV should be different. Every CV should be different. Now, you don't write a CV to apply for work in a government hospital the same how you write a CV to apply for work in the private sector. It is very different, right? And you cannot write a CV that we want to apply for a job in Cameroon, and that very CV want to apply for a job in the UK. It will not work. It might get people intrigued if your CV is if the one for Cameroon was really good, yes, but there are really some specific. That's why I say watch that my video and you get all what you need to know. Okay, now as per the CV, make sure you explain yourself, because this is your marketing tool. Nobody knows you in the UK where you apply for your work, or if you want to apply for work in Canada. Nobody knows you there. Nobody has worked with you before, so you have to do your best to explain everything on paper, on your CV. So if you have done internship, you write it there. If I take any leadership role, write it there. Like, write down all the procedures that you can do, the exam that you can do, the number of patients that you have done monthly, right? So it gives the person an overview of the cases that you can handle per month, like the workload that you can handle. They give an overview of the kind of scans that you can do, and if there's any further training. Like here in the UK, they like a lot. Let me say they like a lot. We are lifelong learners, so we believe in continuous learning and education. So it's always normal to say, okay, you if you like to take this course on this, if you like to take it, so it's a normal thing. So this way, make people know, and always just watch that video on the CV persona. It will really help you a lot. Now let's move now to the last thing, and the last thing now is your registration. For the UK, the registration that you need is the HCPC registration, right? It's a Healthcare Professional Council. Now they are a council that regulates, that give registration, that registration on board for allied health professions like medical lab, like lab sciences. There's medical lab there, which is biomedical sciences. Yeah, there's physiotherapy, then there's radiographer. All right, there's language and therapy, there's speech therapy there. Right, let's focus on radiographer. Now you will not see sonography in this list, right? You will not see MRI tech or X-ray tech, or now what you see is radiographer, and this encompasses all of medical imaging. That is how it is done here. It's a little tricky to be registered as a sonographer, right? Now what I was saying in the first part, where I said your coursework in your degree should get across these courses. It is because of this. Even in the UK, even in Canada, I realized that it is the same thing. You also need coursework in X-ray technology, X-ray techniques, right? So you being just a sonographer, you might want to register with, like for example, here in the UK, you might want to register with the British Society of Ultrasound, right? That's something you might want to do. But if you want to register with HCPC, you need some coursework and experience in X-ray techniques, right? I'm telling you this for a fact. So if you are planning to work in the UK and you're a sonographer, you did have coursework and you can practice in plain X-rays. So if you could do like some 4 months work with the X-ray, it will really help you. It will really help you to register in the UK. If you could do like 6 months work as an X-ray, like no shoot plain X-rays. There's no way you have a course degree, I cannot shoot plain X-rays. We all know how to do plain X-rays. We should know radiation dose. We should know image optimization in the X-ray machine for plain chest X-ray. You know, chest X-ray, simple hand, depth, chest up, like, right? It's simple. Everybody, you should know this. But I know that most sonographers do not practice, right? But we do have the knowledge, and even from internships that I went to. But if you are looking to practice, you have been only a sonographer so far, if you could get 6 months of X-ray experience, it will really help you in this registration, because they really focus on it. You explain all about your sonographer and everything, but they'll ask you for that information on X-ray practice. So try to focus on it. And if you're still in school, make sure that you have that course is inside your coursework before you are going, if you are looking to practice outside of your country. But if you are someone who studied radiography on his own, and then you are now practicing sonography, then you're good, because I'm sure before you go to sonography, you should have had some areas, some time of experience with X-ray techniques, okay? So that's good. So that advice for the people who study sonography and are practicing sonography along. If you want to register in the UK or practice in the UK, please get some months of X-ray experience. You can just focus on plain X-rays. Don't do theater. You could just do trauma. Don't bother about theater and diagnostic and things like that, okay? Therapeutic, no, just like you do theater. All right, yeah, that'll be good for you. Just trauma cases, plain X-rays. You could do that like 4 months or 6 months. You could do like part-time, even for a year while you keep a sonography job. You could do that like a part-time, and just make sure that you can give evidence of it. You have somebody that will sign you your experience, something letter or something like that, okay? It will really help you here. Now that's the first step. You have your degree, you have your experience, then you have a killer CV, right? And then you have your your registration. Now this registration, you submit your documents, years of experience, you submit your certificates, okay? Then you write a CV. All is done online. When you do all of this, then you now submit. You pay money for your scrutiny. If you are applying from abroad, like you're applying from Cameroon, for example, you pay money for your scrutiny. They'll do the scrutiny. They'll email your professors, contact all your your employers that you have listed. They contact your school and everything to find out that the information you have said is true. Okay. Once that is done, they will now send all of that information now to the assessors. The assessors will assess your school coursework, your years of experience against the standards of that profession. That is why you should go through your profession. The standard profession are written. I'm trying to hurry up. They are written in the website. So go through that before you are filling in your form for application. Now, when the assessors do that, they will now tell you if you need to volunteer somewhere to gain more experience before they put into the system, or they'll tell you if they need more information, or they'll tell you no. Okay, so if they tell you yes, which we are praying that they tell us yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, Lord. So when they tell us yes, you now need to pay now your registration, which is a 2-year bundle. So you pay in 2 years to 2 years to 2 years. Alright. Anybody's calling me. Oh my god. Hello? Yeah, I'm in the office. Where are you? Okay. All right. So that is what we're doing. Sorry about that. My colleague, she's running late. So what we have to do now is just wait, and then they'll call you. You pay your registration, and then you are registered, and you can practice anywhere, work anywhere in the UK. Right? Great. Now Another thing that I want to put in here, if you are watched so far, which is a bonus point, right? And you're lucky you've watched so far, it's be prepared for your opportunity, right? All of these things, you cannot just plan them and then you just go as you want, right? Now it's good to have this plan in mind. You have this first step. Okay, no, I'm doing my degree. Okay, now I'm gaining experience. Okay, now I need to write a good CV for my experience. Okay, now I need to start applying for my HCPC and then apply for jobs. Okay, you need to also put God first. Try to put God in everything that you are doing. And that is really one of the reasons why I'm out here sharing this information, because I really feel like I should put it forward and help people also know that it is possible. All of this is possible because God just made sure that I was prepared. And when the opportunity came, he made sure that I recognized it. That is how it happened for me. So I just tell you information that you are also prepared. It's just my own way to make sure that you are prepared for your opportunity that will come along. Right? So thank you so much. Oh God, please subscribe. I don't know. I never asked people to subscribe. Subscribe. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.